Hello, everyone. My name is Viet, and I come from the Monash University in collaboration with Data System One, a CRI role. And today we present our work about the memory-efficient encrypted search using trusted execution environment. So the first idea we present the high-level security notions of forward and backward privacies in symmetric encryptions, and then some limitations of prior work, including both non-SGX and SGX supported. Then we'll highlight the results of our magnet scheme, which is type 1 minus backward private scheme. Then finally, I will give some discussion about the side channel attacks on trusted execution environment. So forward privacy is an advanced security notion, and it was proposed in CCS 2016. So the high-level idea is that it doesn't reveal about the information in the additions. So, for example, given a sequence of following operations to the encrypted indexed host by untouched server. So attempt T1 user want to search for the keyword W1, so the client has to issue the query token Q1 so that the trusted server can search on the encrypted index. So attempt T2, user add a new document ID1 that contains two keywords W1, W2 by using the update token Q1. So the ideas of forward privacy, it guarantees that the query token Q1 it doesn't reveal the additions of the keyword W1 attempt T2. So the backward privacy is also an advanced security notion, and it was proposed in CCS 17. In this way, the deleted data can be linked to the subsequent query. And there are three different types in the backward privacy, type 1, type 2, and type 3. So in this work, we focused in the between type 1 and type 2. So here we'll give an example about what type 1 and type 2 are. So given the sequence of following operations to the encrypted index from client to the server, so it's time T1, the user wants to add a new document ID1 that contains the keyword W1 and W2. At time T2, user wants to add another document ID1 that only contains the keyword W1. At time T3, user wants to delete the documents of the keyword W1 inside the document ID1. At time T4, user wants to search the keyword W1. So the type 1 is the most used. So it's only revealed about the currently matching documents of the keyword search. And that is the ID one that was added at time T2. In addition, it also revealed there are 3 updates on the keyword W1, but it doesn't reveal about the timestamps to the untrusted server during the search. Type 2 additionally leak the timestamp. That is the keyword W1 was updated time T1, T2, and time T3 before the search. So the backward privacy, it has been studied since 2017. So on the non-SGX supported, we have a Monitor and Orion schemes. So in SGX supported, we have Fort and Maiden schemes. So here we focus on the complexity analysis of SGX supported schemes only. So in the fault, as you can see here, the high-level idea of fault in the chart is that to identify the query tokens of currently matching documents, the client has to perform the linear scanning on the stars, which store the own deleted information of all other keywords. So the research time here really depends on the number of deleted documents of all other keywords when you do the search. So the Maiden, it was proposed in this year. It has the faster the search than the fault, but as the trade-off, it migrates the state of keyword and documents into the enclave, so that it can directly retrieve information from that state in the enclave. However, we found that such store can cause large memory overhead in enclave, while the current generation of enclave is still limited at 98 megabytes of storage. That's why we propose the Magnus. We have, in this scheme, we more focus on the memory in enclave. That's why, as you can see here, we can avoid storing the state in enclave. But as a trade-off, because we store it outside and we have to make the query from the enclave to the trusted server, so we have higher complexity in the search. And also we, because we reviewed the access, the number of all levers RAM access to the untrusted server, so it downgraded the security to only type 1-. So here I will give a desired intuition in our scheme. So we designed the system so that the client is storage free, and the trusted execution environment maintains the necessary data structure to support add, delete, and search operations. So the first component is the document manager that helps to manage the physical document repository stored as the oblivious RAM. Then the next component inside the enclave is the index manager that manages the index map, which is the traditional inverted index of searchable encryptions. And we also have the counter map, but the special things about the counter map is that we started in the oblivious data structure proposed by Wang in CSS 2014. So by using this oblivious data structure, it has the position map free. So which means that we don't have to store the position map inside the enclave for the counter map. So the next is we store the state keeper in the trusted execution environment. So this store the database state, which is the latest counter for every keyword. And then the deletion information is a normal array of deleted documents caged by the enclave. And the last one is the Bloom filter that maintains, which is the compressed sketch that maintains the relations of the keyword and the documents. So here we give the protocols details in setup, update, and search. So in the setup, the client attaches the enclave and provide necessary keys to the enclave. And then the enclave also initiates the state for keyword. And it initializes the empty array for deleted documents and initialize the Bloom filters. So in the update, if user want to add a new document, it encrypts that document and upload it into the server. And then it gives the document identifier to the enclave. So the enclave can retrieve the document from the addressed memory, decrypt them, and to generate the update tokens to update the index map and also update the counter map. So to delete a document, the client can directly provide the identifier of that document to the enclave, and enclave can catch it. Here, enclave also need to perform the dummy entries to add it into the oblivious maps as well. So in the search protocols, if the client wants to search for the keyword W, it gives that keyword search to the enclave in secure channel. And then the enclave first, it tries to double check whether the current keyword search is inside any deleted documents by using Plum filter. So if it is the case, then the enclave can query the counter from the counter map, and then it keep track that the deleted state in the array, in the temporary array, so that enclave later it can infer the undeleted state because once it only knows the latest state. So once it know the state of the undeleted documents, then it can generate the fresh query tokens and send it to the server to search against the indexed map. So once the server find out the identifiers of the undeleted documents, then it can retrieve the physical documents from the corresponding identifiers and then return to the client. So here we also note that in the current design, we do not take into account the SGX side channel attacks because they could be done separately. As you can see here, for the caged side channels, we have several work that come up with the isolated environment, or we can utilize the oblivious primitive inside the enclave to hide the memory access of the enclave to the CPU cage and the registers. To avoid the page table side channels, we also have several countermeasures. And we also know that some transition execution attacks, they are outside our scope because they require some hardware updates. And this attack also are quite hard to launch in the commercial cloud platform at the moment because the adversary need to break the traditional cloud security countermeasure. For example, they have to attack on the intrusion detections, the firewall privacies, and also the malware detection as well. So thank you for your attention.